All right, and we're back. Mic was not working for a sec. Welcome back to Daily Drivers, our twice a day segment covering some of the daily drivers in my collection, giving them an evaluation and a performance rating. So, at the end of this episode, we will do a quick build breakdown and give it a score from 1 to 10. See how it ranks on the daily driver checklist. This is my work truck. We do a virtual commute every single day. 10:30 a.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. If you're just now joining us, this is Daily Drivers, and I am the gentleman driver. Sit back and enjoy. We're going to go head back to the barn where I keep my cars during the day, since I don't want to drive them down the gravel parking gravel driveway. Alright, it's Friday, baby. Let's get out of Dodge. For anyone tuning in today, I hope you guys are having a good day so far. Drop a follow if you want to keep up with our series, Daily Drivers. And be sure to tune in directly after Daily Drivers. We're going to take a short break. We're going to dive right into Friday Night Lights right after this. So stay tuned. Today, we're driving the 1954 300 SL Coupe. This is one of my personal favorites out of my entire collection. I've set this one up as a race car. We've got 421 horsepower, so not crazy big stats, mostly stock engine at least. Some little adds, but those are necessary. 340 foot-pounds of torque, weighing in at 2685 pounds, with a front-to-back weight distribution 49% towards the front, rocking the 3.4 liter. All right, let's get into it. Really enjoyed this morning's drive. This is an excellent candidate for daily drivers. There's a lot of reasons to love this car. Change the setting real quick. It's been messing with me since this morning. Clutch is cool and all, but I have more fun this way. Tight in that corner there. As always, in the evening session, we'll take the long way home through the canyon to give ourselves a little bit more seat time and see how this thing handles on a sporty drive home from work. Magnificent.
Arrived at your destination.
Very well mannered, very composed, almost too composed. This setup is a race car. was a good drive home. Well planted, little to no mistakes. Car is set up very well. Almost too well for a daily driver. Not a whole lot of drama. We'll do our final test of the day. Donuts in the yard. Let's see if she's tight enough to whip some donuts here in the front yard. Bad exit there. That's on me. Set up for that grip. Hard to break loose. Pretty good donuts though. Can't complain. Alright, let's head in. We'll do a quick build breakdown. For all those that are interested. For all our viewers, thanks for joining. Drop us a follow. Throw something in the chat. Show that you're with us. Alright, we're going to go ahead and set at home. And let's do a quick build breakdown on this car. I think as far as setup goes, we probably have mostly race parts. Yup, race intake manifold and throttle body, racing fuel cell and system, ignition is upgraded to race ignition. Again, full race car. A lot of my cars are set up as race cars. Some of them have more of a street ability. Yeah, all the stuff's been upgraded. So we've got the entire catalog thrown at this car. Brakes wise, racing as well. Now, interestingly enough, we do have a drift setup for our springs and dampers. Slamming it this much really gives it a lot more control in the corners than I've found in other spring setups. Seems to work pretty well, at least in this car. I think rear sway, we've got sport rear. Keep it a little bit looser, but still a little tight. And we also have street front, so a little lighter in the front and in the back. Give us this nice control that we need through the corners. And we've got sport weight reduction. We could go full tub and probably gain a little bit more handling. Not really that measurable though. A little bit more braking power. Better launch. Slightly better handling. For a mere $23.50. Something to consider. But keeping it mostly the way it came. As far as that's concerned, I think is probably the best direction. It's the driver's car. Got the Forza splitter up front. In the back we also have the little adjustable racing wing in the back. And we have a bumper delete, which I think was a really nice, clean look for this car. Alright, let's go check it out on Horizon, or on the Vista. Do one quick walk around. Obviously, we've got the forward opening hood. Absolutely sick. Love cars like this that have that hood. The iconic gull wing doors. How could you not love that? Great interior. I think as far as getting in and out is concerned, not too bad. You're graced with an elegant display of gauges. This is how a driver's cockpit should feel, in my opinion. Very simple, very Spartan, yet comfortable. I think as a daily driver, we are going to rank this just slightly lower than yesterday's CLK GTR. Obviously, the CLK GTR is less practical in all aspects, but it had a little bit more drama, a little bit more road presence, and honestly was a little bit, I don't know, got me to and from A to B a little bit quicker. So I'm going to get this rated here on a scale of 1 to 10 right at a 9.0. 9.0, lock it in. That's today's score on 300 SL Coupe. Absolutely fabulous machine. I think I'm going to leave this more in the category of a Sunday cruiser and a race ready, period correct race car as well. So one thing I'm not too sure about is the wheels. I think the wheels look nice in theory, gives it a little resto mod look, but we may consider changing those out at some point in the future for something a little bit more apropos. But that's the rating. Thank you guys. Hope you have a blessed rest of your day, and tune in just a little bit. We're going to take a quick 10-minute break, then we're going to hop on to Friday Night Lights, do a little bit of racing, and we'll see you over there. Thanks for joining.